now we've moved inside the control room. Jennifer talked about the time that it takes her to put hers together, and then I get out there with the guests that I have, and a fair percentage of it's ad lib. I've looked up on the internet and talked to some people in advance, but most of it's ad lib. Still takes a few hours to do it, a little television show. And after Jennifer and I are done, or anyone else, we turn it over to our Eastlake audiovisual coordinator, Matthew Mezak, who normally will not be on camera, but he is for this. Thank you very much, Matt.
I have proof.
You have proof?
I have proof that steals her soul.
Okay. And what we're looking at is, once we're done doing our thing out there, or actually I should say, especially with Jennifer, it's just one camera. In my case, we're running four different cameras. And you're in the control room at the time that I'm on the air, or on the tape. What do you do?
Really, I do everything here that a normal TV station would do. I've got control of different monitors that I can preview the shots. We've got a switcher that allows us to pick and choose which cameras are on. Hopefully, when the right person's talking, I've got the right camera up.
And you do a great job.
It's something I've been doing now for about 15, 20 years. And it's, you know, I started with Continental Cablevision. A lot of the stuff I did then was actually in Eastlake. Way back when the old parade used to snake up Willowick and Stevens there, I was the chubby guy there in the white van doing the multi-camera shoots right from there. So that was 86, 87. So I've been tied to Eastlake for a long time, and it's great to see something like this going on in here. It's been, we started here, I think we're week 422, so that's 5.5, 6 years now. And we're not like, you know, Leave It to Beaver or Everybody Loves Raymond. We don't do repeats. Well, I should rephrase that. We do new programming every week, about an hour, hour and a half. The roll call show, we do some repeats, but a lot of that is very topical. And
it's timely, yeah.
Time again.
Right.
But very seldomly will, well, obviously the news can't be repeated because it's just by its nature, it's current events. It's the what's happening this week, next week, coming up. So the life expectancy for that is very short. Some of your shows we could probably re-air, but I like the fact that we're able to do it every week, every 2 weeks, and come up with new and exciting things, and scrape the barrel every once in a while. Find something like this we can do to add to the programming, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work on your part, more so than on ours. Let's put it
that
that way.
It's a lot of work on everybody. I mean, you've got, you know, you're responsible for lining up the guests, checking my schedule, their schedule, your schedule. You know, lining all that stuff up takes time. From conception through to ready to air, time to go, it takes about 20 minutes per minute of tape. So a 15-minute show like we do can take, you know, a good deal of time. It's a scheduling nightmare sometimes to try to squeeze everything. Oh, you know, you and I have, you know, played phone tag many a time.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get this to work out and stuff. But it's quite rewarding to see some of the stuff that we've been able to put out for the city and how it looks for the community.
No, you do a great job with it.
Well, it really is more you guys. It's you giving your time. It's Jen giving her time, and John.
Did the camera work?
John's a little quiet right now, but I'm sure we'll get him back in the fold. You know, I've burnt out 4 camera people now. It's and it's hard. It's hard because it's I don't want to say it's not rewarding behind the camera, but it's a little bit nicer in front, and that's part of the stealing your soul.
It's a little more creative. You're a little more creative.
It is. You know, I get to do some creative things when it comes to some of the programming, but a lot of time it's just camera 1, take 1, camera 2, take 2. Every once in a while we'll come across a special event like the Dare Night at Captain Stadium, where I can get a little bit more creative and throw music behind things and specialty wipes and different camera angles and stuff like that. But a lot of our programming, in order to get it out so quickly, has to be very boilerplate. Has to be very, okay, you know, stationary camera shot at Jen, you know, we'll cut a background in around her, but, you know, that's it. We're the town crier, as we say in the news, we're the cheerleader. We're here to promote the city and what's going on in it. And we try to do that both with the the text messages we do on 12, as well as with the programming that we do.
And you have direct access to Channel 12 at Comcast. I mean, I've seen you on Monday mornings in there changing stuff around in that. I was kind of surprised the first time I saw that. I thought it was all, you know, you sent the tape over to Comcast. That's before I got involved with this.
No, everything that goes on Channel 12 comes right out of here. Each community does have its own Channel 12, and each community is free to do with it as they wish. We leave right here. I mean, we've got our computer where we do our messages, stuff like that. Standard VCR for tapes, and a tuner for the radio station. And it leaves right from here, gets turned into a video signal, goes to the back of the City Hall where it gets turned into glass, fiber optics, and gets sent right back to Comcast.
For transmission.
In Menor. Gets converted back from glass over to TV stuff, back to glass again, and then spit back out to Eastlake. So we're really lucky that the picture quality is, because most of it is fiber optic, the picture quality is a lot better than it was in years past, where there was always some grain or, you know, interference and stuff like that in the channel. But no, we've got total control of Channel 12 right from here.
Now, if they would have a power failure here, which we've had, is Channel 12 go off the air then?
I do have a battery backup in here,
Oh, okay.
which is good for about 15, 20 minutes. Plus back where we converted over into glass, we're tied into a power supply back there as well. So we can stay up for a short term. If there's a long-term problem. We've been able to sustain the channel before through the use of generators and stuff like that. Obviously, it's more important to have those generators out of traffic lights.
Oh, definitely,
like that
definitely.
than are on Channel 12,
Sure.
But I'm sure that if something big enough was going on to where we needed Channel 12 to commute to to converse with the residents, we'd be able to fire it up with, you know, gas power generators and stuff like that.
So you can have any type of emergency messages and things along that line on
Yeah,
there.
I mean, it just takes a push of the button, and you know we can interrupt the text messages or the tape.
This is, so you got your computer here, you got your switching, and you pretty well can control, it's like a small channel, whatever we want to talk about.
It is. You know, most of the stuff we do here, we do by computer. Let's take Jen, for example. Let me spin around here really quick. What I've got is I've got shots of Jen from when we were when we recorded it in the other room. It comes into here, I throw it right onto my hard drive. There's a nice big picture of her sitting there in front of her blank window.